And I was so shocked because I was like, here I am communicating that something doesn't feel safe for me, that I'm like, it hurts, it's too hard, and he says no. So today I tried something new called Aikido. It's a Japanese martial art thing. It's like in the same family as judo and other martial arts. Either way, I had some really cool experiences, and I really wanted to share it with you because it was about integrity and body contact and safety and what that means to me. So the teacher, the main teacher, the head teacher, he felt really, really safe, and he like showed us what to do and how to do it, and then we partnered up with some experienced practitioners, and first I was paired up with a male, which was triggering as fuck, because I have a past of sexual abuse and sexual violence. So for me, being in like a man holding your arm like that when you've been experienced what I've experienced is super triggering. But I did it, and I am so proud of myself, and I didn't do it like to push myself the way I've done before, like, oh, I'm gonna get a massage now because I'm gonna heal this, blah blah. No. I knew it was gonna be scary, and I like was really in my center, even though my mind was like rah, and I was like allowed it to do that kind of. And I have a little bit of a hurt ankle, so, and I forgot to tell the male. The male sounds so like funny. I forgot to tell him, and then we did this practice where I was gonna like fall down and like put a lot of weight on my ankle, and I told him, like almost in the fall, I was like, oh shit, like I have a hurt ankle. And he was so considerate, and every time we did something on the right side, he was like, mind your ankle, and really helped me to keep my body safe and not push myself and not hurt myself. And that was very beautiful and super healing, and I got a lot of healing from that experience since I was super scared. So that was like so cool, and it was just so amazing for me to communicate a boundaries, like saying, or just a caution, saying like, hey, my foot hurts, and be met in that and respected. Like that was for me a huge breakthrough, because I very easily go into freeze, and I shut down and I don't communicate what I need. And this comes in a lot of forms, and it's not only with males, but it's especially with males, and especially when I've been sexually active in the past. Like I just freeze up. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke. This is Damayana, lavender, and some other herb. It's not weed, but it's very just relaxing. So if you wondered, it's very nice. Instead of cigarettes, because I don't like cigarettes, but this is, better for me. And so I felt really empowered by that, which was like super cool. And then I got paired up with another person, and this time I was paired up with a beginner. The old man, took my wrist and for me, it was a really hard, like he held it like really hard, like really tight. And I, due to my confidence with the other man, I was like, ooh, like, yeah. Like, no, I could really like stand up for myself. Like, no, that's too hard. And you know what the man says back to me? He says, no, it's not. He's like, I don't hold you hard. This is not a hard grip. And I was so shocked because I was like, here I am communicating that something doesn't feel safe for me. That I'm like, it hurts. It's too hard. And he says, no. Oh my God. When I told my friends about this, they've been so angry. And I said to him, thank God, I was like, well, that's not up to you to decide, you know, because it's my experience. If I'm in pain, if I'm in discomfort, you know, I didn't say that, of course, but I said, that's not up to you, is it? But that old man was like, yeah, denying me my truth of being hurt, which was like weird. And then the teacher came in and said like, hey, you don't need to hold that hard. And he kept on holding hard. And I was in discomfort and I didn't know what to do because like, and I was like, And then what happened was that the teacher took over and held my arm, and he held really soft. And I said, that's okay, that feels okay. And then the man was like, ooh, okay, if the great teacher, who was a big man, if he can hold soft and she's okay with that, then I can change and I can hold a little bit more gentle. Like that type of masculine behavior, they don't listen to when a female says something. They only listen when other male show them, which is sad for us women, for sure. But yeah, it was interesting. And so I actually didn't feel anything about the situation until I got home and I talked to my friend and I explained what happened, and she got really worked up because she was like, well, not worked up, but she was like, this is not okay, like what would, you know. And then when I kind of like ventilated with her and like discussed with her and like brought my emotions up to surface, then I got angry. I wasn't angry at him at all, and because I didn't feel the need to get angry because he changed his mind. But now looking back and I saw the whole, I got a new perspective. I was like, that's fucked up, you know? And I shouldn't have been nice to him. I should have just you know, I don't need to be mean, but I don't need to be nice, you know? You can tell, you can say a lot with your energy, and you can just not smile to someone, you know, I can choose that. But I'm actually really happy that it only took me a couple of hours for me to land in that healthy reaction, which is anger. No. So for me, it's a fucking win that it's only been 3 hours. I am obviously working towards the goal to have healthy reactions immediately. I'm not saying that I want to show anger towards this man, absolutely not, but I want to feel the anger, you know, and I want to choose to say it's not worth it, you know, because anger is a healthy reaction. Anger is a good defense mechanism. Anger is, for me as a survivor, healthy to feel because it's spreads awareness. Because if I get attacked on the street and I don't say anything, or I don't get angry and I just freeze, that's very unsafe, because then people won't know that I'm in trouble, you know? So that's not that I go around and think that that's gonna happen, but, well, I have been, because PTSD works like that. But I'm just trying to explain how my nervous system works and how trauma affects you or affects me. I can only share my story. Yeah, so it was actually a super, super healing experience for me. Aikara taught me a lot, and it's also taught me about integrity and keeping my integrity, like actually not allowing him to keep on holding me if he's not okay with, if he's not meeting me in what grip I'm okay with. He's not allowed to play with me. Like he's not allowed to, I don't want to interact with him. And that's integrity, and that is ultimately safety, you know? And for me to be in integrity, I need to be able to communicate my integrity so I can hold my space, so I can still interact with other people, but I will do it in a way where I know that I will be able to communicate when someone crossed the boundary of mine. And if someone crossed the boundary, so now I kind of like came to step one, like I was able to communicate boundaries being crossed, hello. I was not able to remove myself from the situation when the boundary had been crossed, because he kept on holding and I couldn't do anything. I just stood there and I was like, inside of me just like, please stop, but I was like, couldn't do it. But then I got help from a safe man, and that, you know, made the whole experience very safe and very healing for me, because I got seen from an outside person that was very, very clear on that if someone states a boundary, doesn't matter who you are, it's very important to listen to a boundary, because that otherwise we can't interact safely. Okay, so that was it for tonight. I'm gonna go sleepy, and hope you have a beautiful time wherever you are. Bye.